All right, welcome inside the Media Center here at the CME Group Tour Championship. We are thrilled to have Minjee Lee, the winner of the 2022 Aon Risk Reward Challenge and the $1 million prize, join us and join Scotty Scheffler as this year's champion as well. The Aon Risk Reward Challenge is a season-long competition across both the PGA Tour and LPGA Tour that highlights golf's best decision makers. I would also like to introduce Jennifer Bell, Aon CEO of North America. And Jennifer, thank you for joining us for such a special moment on a really special day.
Thank you so much. And first of all, Minjee, congratulations. You know, the Aon Risk Reward Challenge is about making better decisions. And you did it. Not only did you make better decisions, you did it with clarity and confidence. And so we are so proud, especially all of our colleagues from all over the world, not only that you won, but you're also our Aon ambassador, and that's the first time for Aon. So thank you so much, and congratulations. Great job.
Thank you. Well, Minjee, that'll open it up. What does it feel like to be this year's champion? You've had an amazing season, obviously 2 wins at the Cognizant Founders Cup and the U.S. Women's Open presented by ProMedica. What does it mean to you to be able to win this award and that $1 million prize?
Yeah, I mean, it's fantastic. Even better that I am an Aon ambassador, and you know, over the course of the year, there are like Aon holes on every single event that we play. So I think you know, to be able to play aggressively on those holes, and you know, to play with confidence, and obviously be making the right decision on those holes, I think it really helped me to, you know, obviously win at Founders and also the US Open this year. So I think, yeah, it's really fantastic.
Tell us a little bit about your on-course decision-making. I mean, you were leading the challenge for quite a few weeks at the points that we were entering BMW and the Toto Japan Classic. As the race tightened up, we got to near the end of the year, what changed in your on-course decision-making?
Yeah, actually, I wasn't really as aware until Korea. My caddy didn't really bring it up too many times until then, and said it was quite a tight race between Ataya and probably Jeanette. So yeah, he was like, we better play those holes well. So you know, regardless of which hole is Aon, I try to, you know, put in my 100% effort and, you know, always do my best. So yeah, I'm glad I'm the winner this year.
You're arguably one of our best ball strikers out here. You were averaging 18 feet closer on the par fives for the Aon Risk Reward Challenge on your approach shots, which is a lot. Quite a stellar performance. What about your approach shots and your preparation like kind of allowed you to take advantage of those holes specifically? What were you looking at when you approached the Aon Risk Reward Challenge holes?
I think most of the holes are either reachable par fives or drivable par fours. So I think with a little bit more length in my driver, I think it's really helped me a lot on those drivable par fours. And obviously, you know, my ball striking has been really good this season. So, you know, my woods and my long iron shots have been really on the ball, I guess. So yeah, no, it's really been helpful that I can hit it so close with my longer irons and my woods, and you know, either have a putt or a short chip for eagle or birdie.
And Jennifer, this challenge, obviously Aon announced it in 2019. It's grown a lot. It's grown really quickly. I know on the LPGA Tour side, we've had 3 great champions thus far. I mean, can you kind of tell a little bit more about the importance of the Aon Risk Reward Challenge to Aon as a company?
Sure. You know, it's really about helping others understand what we do as a business. So there are parallels. So if you think about the volatile world we live in and how we use data and analytics from a company standpoint, how we use strategy and look at how we're going to approach certain risks for clients as a professional services firm, we see the parallel with, for example, Minjee, you talking about your caddy, looking at longer drivers, how to use that data and analytics in order, as you approach shots, in order to mitigate the risk and help our clients through this volatile world. So we see it in that aspect from a business standpoint, but it also, it underpins the commitment that we have around DE&I. And so if you look at gender equity, the $1 million to the PGA Tour, Scotty Scheffler, $1 million to Minjee, and that's what we're all about. And so it's really important for us as a firm to get that word out. And hopefully we're influencing other firms to continue to support the LPGA Tour and to get that gender equity as we move forward.
And speaking of equity, obviously this challenge is both on the LPGA and the PGA with that
Yes.
equal prize money, very unique. Minjee, I know you have a brother that plays on the other side on the PGA Tour. What does it mean to you, that commitment to gender equity from Aon, having a brother that plays on the men's side of things in golf?
I mean, I think it's really kind of cool. You know, Minwoo does, you know, he hops back and forth from PGA and Europe, but you know, just to be able to be put on the same platform, I think there's not many opportunities we get to, you know, play for the same type of money, and especially with this challenge, I think it really kind of closes the gap between, you know, the LPGA and PGA Tour. It's quite life-changing money that Aon puts up, and it's really great for the Women's Tour and the LPGA. So I think it's just a great opportunity for us on both tours, just to, you know, be put on kind of the same plane.
The PGA Tour's Aon Risk Reward Challenge finished up at the FedEx St. Jude Invitational this year. Scotty Scheffler was the champion on that side, and I know you got to see a special message from Scotty before we began the press conference. Both Dallas residents have a little bit of a connection there, but to be able to see that from him, and again, just another testament to that equity, what does it mean to you to have somebody like that kind of reach out and congratulate you?
I think we're actually the same age, but it kind of doesn't feel like it. No, it's really cool. His message was really nice and very, very supportive. So I actually saw him one time at Maridoe, but I didn't say hello because I didn't know him very well. But no, it was really nice just to be able to hear him say those nice things, and just to say that well done for the year. So well done to him too.
Before we open it up, Jennifer, just one more from me. Looking at this challenge, it's obviously evolved and grown a lot in the last 3 years. Where do you see the Aon Risk Reward Challenge in the next couple of years?
We see it continuing. I mean, it's something that we're excited about. We see how our, you know, all the fans and the players are continuing, you know, with the LPGA growing the way it is. It like I said, it aligns with our business and also our IND. So we're thrilled to continue to support the LPGA Tour, and we're really thrilled to have Minjee and to be able to add this to the many accolades that you've had throughout this year. You had an amazing year tournament.
Well, we really appreciate the partnership and definitely celebrate Aon in a day like today. We will open it up to questions. We have a couple mics floating around the room. If you're on the Zoom, just please indicate that you have a question, and I'll call on you to unmute your microphone. We'll go down here in the front to Beth Ann.
Minjee, you already won the biggest check at women's golf earlier this year. So that's 2 7-figure paychecks on the year. Have you splurged on anything, or do you have any future fun plans?
Actually, I haven't really splurged. I haven't really had the time to go shopping yet, unfortunately. But maybe after this week, I have a couple of days in Dallas, and I go to Australia for the Australian Open. So we'll see. I don't know what I want yet.
Well, there's a third one on the line this week as well.
Isn't this the biggest one?
Yeah, well, you won the biggest one to date.
Yes, today. Yeah.
So there's another one on the line this week, another 7-figure check. How would you describe the state of your game heading into the CME?
Probably the last few weeks, I haven't really been quite on top of my game. You know, I was striking it so well come, like 8-9 months throughout the year. And, you know, probably didn't hit it as well or putt it as well the last couple of weeks. But, you know, this is the last event of the season and of the LPGA season, and I really want to do well. So, yeah, no, I'm just going to try my very best, and hopefully it's a good week.
Thank you.
We have a question back from Steve.
Minjee, since really April or May, we've been talking about your ball striking and particularly your proximity to the hole. Having that data, has that allowed you to gain confidence and improve throughout the year and change your strategies throughout the year?
I think in the beginning it was just kind of like a little more automatic. Like I didn't really think about it too much. I just, made my decisions and then just executed. But I think if the last couple of weeks probably didn't hit it as well, so probably put in a little bit more thought here and there. But I think that happens with golf, when you know you can do it, but your body or your mind doesn't quite follow. So, I obviously put a little bit more pressure on myself to perform, but I think, it's within me. It's there. It's just it's just how I play and how I execute.
And not only did you hit it closer than anybody out here, you hit it closer than anybody in the world, man or woman, throughout the course of the year. So, when you get that kind of validation, how does that make you feel?
Pretty amazing. Nobody's really said it to me, but you just said it to me, so it does feel pretty darn amazing. Better than anyone in the world, so hopefully I can keep it going.
Awesome. We'll come down here to Amy, and then I believe Shane will be next.
Hey, Minjee, there's a lot down here in front. Hi. Hi. There's, of course, the $2 million, which we just talked about, on the line, but also you're in the hunt for Player of the Year. What's your biggest goal that you hope to come away with this week?
Yeah, I really want to win that. But I know there's 4 people who potentially could win it and are really close, and I know I'm 1 point behind Lids, so I'm just going to have to take it day by day, and obviously it depends on where she finishes and where I finish as well. So I'm not really sure about what the outcomes are, but I think you'll have a pretty good chance if you win, right? So I'm just going to do my best and see where it is at the end of the week.
You've shown you play well in pressure situations. Obviously, like Beth mentioned, you won previously the biggest purse in the women's game. What do you feel like you learned about yourself, seeing yourself play so well in that situation, that can maybe help you here achieve that goal this week?
Yeah, the biggest thing I learned is that I perform my best under pressure. So, I put most of the pressure on myself. So hopefully I can get out of my own way and just play.
All right, we'll come down to Shane.
When you've had such an intense and successful start to the year, winning a major, 2 top 5s, is it difficult eventually? Is there almost an inevitable, like, we've got to come down from this. This is too much. Is it, to keep that intensity, is that a challenge?
I think mentally, yes.
Yeah.
My body can do it, but I think mentally, at some point, you kind of need a break and, have a break and reflect and kind of refresh. But that's been a little bit difficult for me. I think I've refreshed, but sometimes you just kind of get back. And I think it's difficult for most people. Not just for me. And I'm always working on that. And because I've not really been in that type of position, I sort of didn't really know how to kind of refresh. And so, I'm learning as I'm going. So I'm doing my best, the best way that I know how to.
And then a quick second one. I think I'm doing my math correctly that if you win, you would beat Lorena Ochoa's record for most earnings in a season. Is that something that's meaningful to you? I know we've said a lot of things here. You could do this, you could do that, you have done this. But is that something that you think about, or that would be kind of an honor?
Definitely it would be such a great honor. Lorena is one of my favorite players. So, I haven't actually really thought about it. I know that I've had a really great year, and just coming into this week, I just kind of lowered a little bit of my expectation and just, as I said before, I'm just going to try and get out of my own way and just play the way I know how to play. So, yeah, that's sort of my number 1 goal at this point.
Thank you.
One in the back from Megan.
Hi, sorry, Minjee, but this one is going to be for Jennifer. Jennifer, we've talked a lot, you've heard a lot of questions about the accolades of Minjee over the past couple of minutes. She has held the lead in these standings since after her performance in the Lotte Championship. What's it been like for you, your team, and just Aon in general to be able to follow her progress and kind of enjoy her highlights as she does as well?
It's really exciting. And, you know, we were talking earlier, she's the second Aussie that has won this award. And so our colleagues are excited for her. And we watch each and every week, you know, during the tournaments and watching her play and you know, applauding you when you birdie and when you win. So it's been very exciting to just see her and just women in general just really lifting the golf up to where it has been, and it's been terrific. It's been really exciting.
And on that note, the three winners of this challenge are all international players. I know Aon's a very global company, has quite a heavy tie in Australia. How cool is it, Jennifer, for you to see this challenge kind of take on a global scale and represent pay equity globally, not just in North America? It's really, I mean, because you know, I'm the co-lead for the Global Inclusive Leadership Council for Aon, and we see globally the disparities across the globe. So to be able to award, you know, $1 million to a PGA player, tour player, and an LPGA player, it's just really, it feels good as a global firm. And as you know, we're watching every day. And so it's exciting for us, and we're excited about continuing on. Awesome. Got another one from Beth Ann.
Jennifer, you were mentioning earlier that you hope that other firms would kind of catch on to this. I was just curious, anecdotally, when you're talking to other female leaders, if the conversation comes up about what you do between the PGA Tour and the LPGA in this example, in this way.
So I would say I bring it up to all leaders, and we do it all the time. And in fact, I'll say, well, this is, you know, we're in order to make sure that we're getting gender equity and making sure that we lift the LPGA Tour and the players up to get to the level of pay that they should, you know, I always say, well, what is your firm doing? You know, and so it's interesting because it puts the pressure. So it's more of an influence than anything, and hopefully it's making a difference.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And one more from me, and then we'll wrap it up. Minjee, obviously big day, a lot of awards we've talked about. You're in the running for. Heading into this week, now hopefully to date on Sunday, the largest check in women's golf. How much confidence does winning a challenge like this give you and help you really kind of clearly see the rest of your goals for this week?
I mean, definitely a lot of confidence. You know, I played a lot of the holes really, really well to be able to win this challenge. So I feel like, you know, I can do it here and I can do it anytime. So I'm just going to go out there, do my best, and be proud of my whole year by the end of it.
Awesome. Well, congratulations, Minjee and Jennifer. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Minjee.